a lot of you guys know I like to write, and I like to have a section on my phone called Life's Notes. And I like to speak to my younger self, give advice to my younger self. And I've just been sat here thinking for the last 20 minutes, like, how could I give my younger self the most amount of value? How did he feel? I was putting myself back in that situation. And I just remember like it feeling really lonely because no one believes in you. Like you tell your parents or your family and your friends you're going to do all these things, but no one really believes you, and that's okay. And so like I want you to know that that's okay. Like they're not going to believe you. They're going to think you're crazy. They're going to think you're living on a pipe dream, and that's fine. You've just got to stick with the journey. And see, with entrepreneurship, you don't get handed an instant paycheck like you do in a job. You know, if you go out and get a job, next week you get a paycheck. The week after you get a paycheck. Entrepreneurship doesn't work like that. So with entrepreneurship, you might not get a paycheck for 3 years, but in that third year, you're like, holy shit, I just made 10K. And you show your parents and they're like, whoa, how the fuck did you make 10K? And then that's when you say you're going to do all this crazy stuff, but it doesn't happen for a long time, and people don't understand that. And so like everyone around you is just going to think you're being a bum and you're not doing anything because they don't see these instant results. But you're getting better, you're getting mentally stronger. So don't let those people bring you down and give up. And so I just remember being like 3 years in, on the cusp of breaking through, and for that entire 3-year period, everyone was ripping me down, everyone was saying I was crazy, everyone was saying, isn't it time to pack it in now and go and get a job or go to university, blah, blah, blah. So if that's you right now, don't give up. And you'll get out on the other side and you will make that first bit of money and you will see a first bit of success, and you'll achieve some of the things you set out to, and you'll achieve some of the things that you told people you was going to achieve, and they'll be like, how the fuck did you do that? Like, how? That makes no sense. Like, show me. And it's like, I can't. Like, you have to go through that journey, right? And so they don't understand. And that's when you have people asking you, how do I make money? How do I do this? And it's like, well, you got to go through this 3-year journey that I've been on, that you thought I was just messing around and doing nothing. But I've actually been working towards this for the last 3 years. And so people don't understand that because you're doing something big. And if you don't have people that are hating on you or calling you crazy or telling you to give up, then you're probably not doing something big enough with your life, right? And so the point of that is, I just remember how lonely it felt, and it really hit a chord with me. And so if you do feel alone on your journey right now, just know that the road to success is a very lonely road. It's a dark road. Though the other road, the road that everyone's on, is well lit, right? It's the navigation equipment works. There's a bunch of lights on that road, right? Directions are easy. You know exactly where you're going. You're in a Tesla or on autopilot, right? And that's the road that everyone's on. But the road to success is a dark road, right? There's tons of stop signs. There's potholes. There's crazy turns. God, the navigation equipment probably doesn't work. You have no idea where you're going. You're probably in some beat up old Toyota, and damn, sometimes there's even crashes, right? Where you're just on the side of the road, you're completely lost, you have no idea where you're going, and you're just like, you just feel overwhelmed. And you're like, I don't even know what to do. I don't know where I'm going. But that means you're on the right road. That is what the road to success looks like. It's not going to be the same as the well-lit road with everyone cruising on autopilot in Teslas with directions, knowing exactly where they're going. It's going to be this crazy journey of ups and downs and hills and potholes and turns and flat tires, and like, it's just going to be this wild journey. And if you stick to that journey to the end, that's where you see the bright light at the end of that road. And that's where success is, and that means you're on the right road. So if that's you right now, please stick to that road. If there's one piece of advice I could have given my younger self when he felt lonely, when he was doubting himself, whether he didn't know if he could become successful, this is the one video I would love him to watch, because if he'd given up, I wouldn't have the life I have now. And I am happier, I am more fulfilled, I am just living a life that I used to dream of. And my life's not perfect, don't get me wrong. There's tons of stuff that's wrong. I'm not the perfect person. I'm still working on the fulfillment side of things, but I'm a lot more fulfilled than I was. And so like, I think this is a work in progress. And this is why I want to start this channel, because I want to share my lessons and my work in progress with you guys, right? And see, people think success is just purely achievement, but it's not. And that's where I realized, like, over this journey, is I always just thought success was about achieving. Or also people think that success is like purely fulfillment, right? So it's like you have some people that think success is just purely achievement. Some people think it's fulfillment. And I used to think it's just purely achievement. Like, the more money I make, that means the more successful I am. When I actually started to make money and get to and level up and become more personally developed and become more self-aware, I realized that success is not achievement or fulfillment. You need both. And so for me, like, the definition of success is achievement plus fulfillment. And there's a quote, I don't know who said it, and I'll probably butcher the quote, but it talks about achievement. There's a science. So there's a science to achievement, right? Your step-by-step plan. There's a science to achievement. But fulfillment is an art. And so, like, mastering an art is more difficult than a science in terms of achievement, right? And so, like, achievement, there's a science to it, so you can achieve it, but fulfillment's like a different thing. Like, fulfillment's on a personal level. So there's not like a blueprint to fulfillment. So, like, I'm trying to still figure that out myself, and hopefully I can bring you guys on this journey and we can try and find out what the answer to fulfillment is. But that's like where I'm at. Like, I kind of want to master that art of fulfillment. I think it is true that there is a science to achievement, and I am very driven by achievement. But I think to have happiness and to feel successful, you need both pieces of the puzzle. So success is not monetary. Success is not having a Lamborghini. Success is not having a fancy house. Success is not having a number in the bank account or wherever. None of that materialistic bullshit, right? Success is achievement plus fulfillment. And I'm still working on the fulfillment side of the thing. And I've still got tons more things to achieve. And so, like, you guys can experience this journey with me, and we can go on this journey together. And I would love to see you guys document your journey, and you guys share your insights with me. Like, I would love to watch your guys' videos. Like, I think it would be sick. I think I can learn from everyone. And so far as I have got in terms of thinking about what is fulfillment, probably the best definition I've heard of fulfillment is what Tom Bailey said, the guy that has a big podcast, who said, fulfillment is how you feel about yourself when you're all by yourself. And so I just sat here and thought, like, how do I feel about myself when I'm all by myself? And I've just been sat by myself for the last, like, 2 hours. I've just been thinking, like, how do I feel about myself while I'm all by myself? And I was just sat there deep in thought, and I think I'm, like, so driven by achievement and by financial success and by all these, like, little things like getting attention and all these things, right? And I think I do it to almost there's definitely, like, things in my life and pains that and trauma, past trauma, that I've not dealt with. And I think I do it to distract myself from them. And so, like, I think I need to go on this journey and confront some of those things in my life. And so I'll let you know how I get on. But that's, like, I just wanted to end the video on that, because the main takeaway I want is, if it feels lonely on your journey right now, you're on the right road, and please, please, please do not give up. So yeah, hopefully that resonates. Hopefully that sticks with you. No matter how hard it is, just please, please stick it out and don't quit, because I promise you it's worth it. It really, really is worth it. And it's the journey that's worth it. It's not the money, it's not the things that come with what you can get and what you can achieve by being a successful entrepreneur. It's the journey that makes you the person. And just like I don't want to know the you that hasn't been through the journey. I don't want to know the you that's had an easy life or a normal life. I want to know the you that's, like, been on this tough journey, that's been on the dark road, that the road less traveled. I want to know the you that's came out the road less traveled on the other side. I don't want to know the you that's on the light road that everyone else is on in the Tesla on autopilot, living a boring life. I want to know the you that's got the battle scars, because that's the you that's interesting, and that's what makes the best version of you. And so I couldn't imagine if I had took another path in life, how I would think, how I would be. I just could not imagine not being where I'm at. And I'm just so glad that little voice inside me was stronger than all the outside external voices and forces that were pushing against me to not become successful and to not do what I wanted to do and be authentically me. And so that's kind of the point of this video, is just be authentically you. If you want to do something and it does feel lonely and it does feel shitty and it is hard, just stick to it, because nothing easy is worth doing, right? Like the reason it's hard is because it's worth it on the other side. And so, yeah, welcome to the road less traveled, my friend. And I'm excited to see when you come on the other side. So yeah, hopefully that helps. And yeah, see you at the top.